Okay, so let's talk about something that's pretty much every homeowner's nightmare, a burst pipe. Man, that feeling of panic is it's real. But, and this is a big but, having a solid plan can change everything. It's the difference between chaos and control, and that's exactly what we're going to lay out right now.
Imagine it. You hear that sound, or you just see water everywhere. Your heart just drops, right? Your mind starts racing. But listen, what you do in those first few moments, it is absolutely critical. It can literally save you thousands of dollars in damage. So the big question is, where do you even start?
Okay, first things first. Before you even think about grabbing a bucket or frantically calling a plumber, you have to stop. The absolute number one priority, it's always going to be safety.
Now, I know this checklist looks pretty simple, but don't underestimate how vital these steps are. Water and electricity, that is a deadly mix. So stay far away from any wet outlets or appliances. And of course, get your kids and pets out of there. Get them somewhere safe. And last but not least, you've got to protect yourself. Grab some sturdy boots, some gloves, because you don't know what's in that water, and there could be sharp debris from the pipe itself.
All right, so the area is safe, good. Now we can get to the main event, stopping the problem at its source. Let's walk through the immediate actions you need to take right now to shut down that water flow and keep the damage from getting any worse.
Okay, this is your emergency checklist. 4 critical steps. Step 1, find that main water shutoff valve and turn it all the way off. That's what stops the flood. Step 2, if there's even a chance the water is near anything electrical, head straight for the breaker box and shut off the power to that whole area. Don't take any chances. 3, start getting that standing water out of there. And 4, and this is super important, grab your phone and start taking pictures and videos of everything. Okay, take a breath. The immediate crisis is under control. Now your focus totally shifts. It's all about damage control now. We're talking about minimizing the mess and getting everything ready for what comes next. The repairs and, the insurance claim.
So the main goal here is getting that water out and fast. A wet/dry vac is going to be your best friend, but hey, mops and buckets will get the job done too. And why the big rush? Well, the longer that water just sits there, the worse the damage gets, and you're basically rolling out the welcome mat for mold. And while you're cleaning up, keep that phone out. Document everything. Take way more photos and videos than you think you need. Your insurance company is going to want to see all of it.
So the water's off, the cleanup is underway, but what about the pipe itself, right? The source of all this chaos. Well, while you're waiting for the plumber to show up, there are actually a few temporary fixes you can do that'll buy you some really, really valuable time.
Now, what you use is going to depend on what kind of pipes you have. If you've got metal pipes, something like an emergency repair clamp, or even just a piece of rubber wrapped tight with hose clamps can work as a temporary seal. If you've got the more common PVC or plastic pipes, then your best bet is either some pipe repair epoxy putty or a roll of that self-fusing silicone tape. Both of those can create a surprisingly strong temporary patch right over the crack.
Listen up, because this might be the single most important thing I say. I need to be absolutely crystal clear. These are temporary fixes, patches. They are not permanent solutions. They're just there to hold things together until a real plumber can get there and do a proper, permanent repair. Seriously, do not rely on these long-term.
And that brings us to the final part of this whole mess, getting the professional fix. And maybe even more important, how to future-proof your home so, hopefully, you never ever have to go through this again.
So, how do you make sure this doesn't become a recurring nightmare? Well, a few things. First, get some insulation on any exposed pipes, especially in those chilly areas like basements or crawl spaces. Second, when it gets really cold out, try to keep a steady temperature inside your house. That consistent warmth goes a long way in preventing freezes. And finally, you got to be proactive. Have a plumber come out for a regular inspection. They can spot a weak point long before it decides to, catastrophically fail on you.
So, you did it. You got through the crisis, you got it repaired, and you've even put some prevention in place. You are prepared. But it kind of makes you think, doesn't it? What other parts of your home's plumbing might be vulnerable? Because at the end of the day, being truly prepared isn't just about cleaning up the last disaster, it's about making sure the next one never happens in the first place.